Um, was thinking through the break, like, who is the last person in the world I would want to cross? And it's a super easy answer. It is Chef Gordon Ramsay.
You're making me mad!
Yes, chef.
Mad!
Yes, chef.
Idiot, come here. What did you say there? You're busy getting what?
Yelled at.
You just give me overcooked meat. Overcooked
Waiting for his stuff in the...
Overcooked. Now you're saying I'm getting yelled at. Don't start getting smarmy with me when we're standing there in the whereas you put me in the hospital on the back of that.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, come on. Oh, you're right. Got to right. Get the bacon out. Hang on, a fillet.
Wake the up.
Hey, at this level of the game, I don't expect cold sauce. When you bring your fillet, why isn't your sauce in your mind?
And that is Gordon Ramsay on a good day. So just imagine his anger level when he found out that squatters had taken over a pub that he owns near London earlier this month. Police say a group of activists broke into this building, which is closed and is up for sale. And the squatters announced they were going to open a cafe of their own and make it an art collective, you know, for the community. Whee! They put down stakes for a couple of days, and once a judge got involved, the officials posted an eviction notice on the windows, which means next steps, bobbies with billy clubs. It was real lucky for them that it didn't get to that. It's also real lucky for them that Gordon didn't show up with a meat cleaver. These squatters have reportedly moved on for now, which brings me to New York and a squatting case in Queens that'll make your blood boil. I don't know if you remember the woman who inherited a home when her mom died and then went there to look after it and found a bunch of people squatting in there. You would think that the cops would show up like this and then arrest those squatters, and the cops did show up and then arrested the owner of the home. That's them putting her in the back of the cruiser. The owner, not the squatters. It's because she changed the locks. New York's news team caught this all on camera. Take a look.
I'm not coming out. This house is empty. This is my home. My locksmith is on the corner waiting to change my locks. And it's not fair. It's not fair that I, as the homeowner, should be having to go through this. This guy just literally broke down my door, broke through myself and my daughter to get in here. This guy just forced himself into my house.
But then, once again, you should know how the law works.
I do know how it works.
There's rules to the as you got to go to court and send me to civil court.
Thank you, ABC, for this video. That guy in the hat, by the way, the squatter, his name is Brian Rodriguez. Oh, there's a different place. He's in court. I'm thrilled to tell you tonight that Brian Rodriguez faced a judge this morning who hit him with a list of very serious charges. Ready? Burglary, grand larceny, criminal possession of stolen property, criminal trespass, and criminal mischief. If he's convicted of all of these things, he could go away for 15 years. I want to get Michael Romer in here. He co-founded one of the biggest real estate law firms in the New York area. You have got to get me off the ledge, Michael Romer. I get so mad when I see squatters with more rights than we have. Why does it seem that they have more rights? Why would they arrest a homeowner and not the people who broke and entered and stole real estate?
The optics in this situation are alarming, Ashleigh, and thank you for having me tonight. The squatting problem in New York, New York City, New York State as a whole, and even the nation. And you were talking about the Gordon Ramsay situation. We're seeing this over in London and all throughout the world, but you're talking about a situation where a homeowner is being put in the back of a police car. And that's really, it's a strange sight to see. However, people need to be very careful because there are laws in New York State and laws in New York City that actually protect the squatters. So at some point, the squatters actually have rights. In this situation, multiple crimes were committed, but there are so many types of properties throughout New York where you have homeless or unhoused residing in these properties. And if they effectively stay longer than 30 days, they effectively become a tenant. And then what happens is the homeowner or the landlord needs to actually go to court to evict the person that is illegally in their house.
That's where I go. That's where I go ballistic. Honestly, Michael, this is where I get crazy. But I know in my heart of hearts there has to be a legitimate reason why law-abiding, legislators decided we needed to protect tenants, and it's gone off the rails. But what's the reason? What's the reason that these squatters are able to milk the actual laws? What's the law supposed to protect?
I'll tell you what, the squatters know the laws better than anyone else. In some cases, the squatters know the laws better than the lawyers. So I manage a very active real estate law firm in New York City. We have a very active landlord-tenant practice, and we have a lot of concerned clients wondering, do I have to worry about this? Do I have to worry about my investment property?
So what is it?
It's one thing you...
What is the law supposed to protect? Honestly, I'm just desperate to know why anybody would pass a law like this. There has to be a good reason.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. The state is working right now, even in the last few weeks, to amend these laws to actually give the homeowners more rights, because people, squatters in particular, found loopholes here. And what they're actually fighting to become is treated as tenants. And they know in a city like New York, it takes a long time to evict a tenant, and they could effectively stay in the property for months. So the quicker that the squatter is identified and the quicker the squatter is put on notice, the easier it is to get them out. The longer they're there, the harder it is to get them out, because New York City is one of the most tenant-friendly jurisdictions.
I was going to say the good people in Albany, in the capital, I assume that they were trying to protect tenants who had mean landlords who wanted to turf them out on their butts, and they needed some protections, and that's what the squatters are taking advantage of. We'll have to have you back. I'm fresh out of time. Michael Romer, thanks for being on. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Ashleigh.